But here we are with another segment of the News Chat and Reacts, where we talk about video game industry news. Since the last time I talked about it, of course, I'm doing something that I've wanted to be doing for a while, bringing my new show back in a refined format, less time consuming. I can present it into 3 formats, and it takes less time than it did doing it in one format when I originally started doing it. So yeah, we're going to get into the video game industry news, chat, and reacts show today. And so what this is my new show. I used to do live streams talking about the news, and it was like hours long. It's me ranting. Going off about corporate greed, bro. So the show slowly progressed over time to become a more refined product, a more palatable type of thing, because I did it because there isn't a one-stop shop for news anywhere. There was no show like a news show. There was, but it got shut down, and the people who did it, they got shut down. They started up another news show, but it wasn't near what the original was. And so that sucks, because that was my news source for a while. That was called The Know. And they don't exist anymore. I got shut down my Electronic Arts. You'll hear me harp on that often. I am endeavoring to bring you, video gamers, important information that I think you need to know. And it has evolved into this condensed format, from a 3-hour show into a 2-minute short at the longest. My longest news short has been 1 minute 47 seconds. And so that's the ultimate goal, is to present you the news in a long format, so you can actually get my opinion and reactions and a little bit of insight into the topics. And then in the short form, it's like a news crunch, man. Just push play. You listen to it, and you get to hear a bunch of boring fucking info that's really important that you should probably be aware of as a consumer and a video gamer. And I'll talk about it today. I'll talk about some examples today. We're getting into it. Yeah, so let's start. Let's start with it. Okay, if you're a video gamer, I talked about Phil Spencer, the former Xbox, Microsoft game lead, Friday. I talked about Friday, how he retired. With him was his vice president, Sarah Bond. Apparently, she was the one suspected to going to replace him, but no, she was like, "Nah, I'm out too. I'll stick around for a few more months to help the new guy." The new guy is Asha Sharma. She is she was like head of Microsoft's AI. She's fucking got her head all up in goddamn AI. Shit, seriously. So a lot of public reaction. She knows nothing about video games. Her whole experience comes from promoting and growing a brand and an image, and she comes from a whole AI. She's a huge AI person. People are complaining like, "Oh, she's gonna promote AI slop in the game." It's like, it doesn't already exist. It's like people complain about fucking gambling on Twitch or Kick. It's on YouTube and elsewhere, and what the fuck, you hypocrites. It's like you can get mad about it over here, but not over here. It's like selective anger. You have some people supporting her. We got, one thing about my new show. I'm not tapped in. I'm just reacting to news, because there's various news all throughout the internet. And some stories like this, big news stories, it's going to be covered by GameIndustry.biz, Eurogamer, Game Rant, Game Radar, IGN. But some tidbits aren't. You'll see, like, I can only find 1 or 2 articles, or just one article on something. I really like today. There's a really good article about Valve we're going to be getting into. Just one article. Couldn't find much on it. I mean, what I found wasn't as insightful as the article I did find. So, not to take away from this. So that's the fear of her inexperience. They're saying, "Oh, she'll learn it on the fly. She'll learn about the gaming industry on the fly." I'm like, that's a fucking slap to you as a consumer. It's learnable. Yeah, it's all fucking learnable. Tell it to a fucking gamer who's been gaming for 20 fucking years, you know? And you want to compete with his experience with hers? And now you're supposed to be, yeah. Yeah. X Activision, X defends, X Activision Blizzard exec. X. Why are you X, bro? Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, probably. Shit. Not that I actually fucking care. Phil Spencer was just a marketing whore type of dude. And he was a gamer. This chick ain't a fucking gamer. So, not that I care about what the fuck happens at Xbox. It's just all over the place. So, when I do a news show, so I'm talking about it. Greed. That's right. I mean, Ubisoft, with this game, Assassin's Creed. So, just last week, they fucking laid off 40 people from their Montreal studio, a studio that did work a little bit on Assassin's Creed, all right? So we got Rock, Paper, Shotgun, Game Informer. Game Informer talking about it. Rock, Paper, Shotgun talking about it. Game Rant talking about it. Basically, they hired 3 franchise they call veterans, people who worked on the game before, in whatever capacity. Yeah, they're now leadership. And this is right after they laid off 40 people fucking last week that a handful of actually worked on Assassin's Creed before too. Were these 3 among the people that got fucking just laid off? There's so much shit that doesn't get said. So Ubisoft claims this is part of a much larger ongoing restructuring where they are dividing its studios into creative houses. I mean, that's old news after the whole Embracer fallout. I mean, that's what Sony does. They're like, you're a contractor with like almost like a handshake deal that we're going to only work with just you. Then they fucking kick you to the curb when you don't stop producing. It's like a one-way relationship. We'll give you funding if we like what you got. That's everybody. That's everybody. Yeah. So I don't know, are they now the 40 people they just fired last week, is all that money going to these 3 individuals now too? I mean, that occurs to me also. Fucking greedy fucks. One link here's one from Game Rant. This is a really good article from Game Rant. Valve just won its Rothschild lawsuit. You probably haven't been following it. Valve has a lot of legal issues for a lot of different reasons. There's always stuff going on. But one thing that does go on as being married to someone who is in the legal profession, especially in the copyright and patent litigation side of things, there are basically court whores, or they call patent whores or patent trolls. These motherfuckers are going after easy money. They literally just have, some of them are so good now they have their own AI that generates these patent disputes to issue to law firms just as in the hope that someone will slip by. And the loophole is they do it on behalf of someone who, I forget, who really doesn't have any representation but doesn't really exist or something like that. I forget the legal side of how these little fucking trolls, but they just fucking sit at home with fucking issuing these fucking patent claims all day long, fucking day in, day out, 24/7, just throwing shit against the wall, waiting for something to fucking stick. Yeah, and apparently Valve has had a relationship with this motherfucker going back 2016, but he keeps resuing Valve as a different entity, even though he's the one that owns the entity. He's doing it on purpose, just fucking trying to get some of that Valve money. So, as a result of this 2-year dispute, legal dispute, Valve won against this guy named Rothschild. And what this does, while there's no law, it has set a precedent for future litigation regarding this specific thing, which has happened a lot. But Valve, Valve's got a lot of goddamn money. They got their own huge legal department, right? They got money to spend on shit, so they probably threw a lot of fucking money at this and like, yeah, we want to stop this. We're tired of this shit happening. Kind of like Ender and Ender games. I'm just going to fucking put my thumb on you. You're done. 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 And it's good because people who wrongfully abuse the system can't do it now. Like this fucking creep lawyer Rothschild. Unfortunately, everything's a double-edged sword, and this is going to make it harder on legitimate claims to be made. If when they do arise, or ones that are going on. So they got this whole other legal hurdle to jump through because of fucking greedy fucking bitches. Not that the corporations themselves aren't greedy either, but there's whole other dispute from the other side talking about how much part of the gaming industry Valve controls via its platform. Refresh this window over here. So, yeah. While I like this happening, but also, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, how's it going to affect us as a consumer or someone with a legitimate claim? This seems like more of a corporate layer protection. And while these patent trolls shouldn't be able to go do what they do, I think maybe there probably needs to be law just to straight up regulate it so it doesn't have to be resolved by individual court cases all the time. A fair law that protects everybody so the process doesn't become harder for people with legitimate claims like I was talking about. Also, still in the fucking news is Pedoblox. That's right. Does your kid play Pedoblox? I mean, Roblox? Breaking news in Pedoblox. These two articles, GameMinistry.biz and Eurogamer. Two different sides. It's the same story. I'm not going to regurgitate it, but it's going down in the LA County courts. I guess that's where it's getting hashed out at. It's the same regurgitated shit, failing to protect whatever. Meanwhile, Roblox is like, you know what, motherfuckers? Take it up with the fucking parents. Where are the parents involved in any of this? Where are the parents monitoring their kids? What parent is letting their fucking kid fucking slurp e-dick and shit? I mean, come on. And I'm with that. Because I, as a parent who raised two children who are, I don't know what's wrong with my kids. Maybe I'm what's wrong with my kids. Just fucking around. But I know what it's like to be protective of your children. I know what it's like. So, parents do, but I also was kind of hands off too. You know, allow them their privacy. If anything fucking freaky was going on, you know, I'd be on it. So yeah, I'm with the people who make Roblox, pedoblocks. All right, what else we got in the news? Krafton, a new chief officer with AI background at Krafton. And this is just on the heels, you know, what we were talking about with the new Xbox studio lead. Krafton appoints new chief AI officer. Further enhance its AI R&D. All right, so this guy, this sticks out to me, with 57 authored papers accepted at leading global AI conferences, including whoever, whatever, and them. Krafton said Lee has demonstrated proven success, including spearheading a project at Krafton in collaboration with NVIDIA, yada, yada, yada. So I guess they feel like they got something fancy here. AI taking over the fucking world, bro. I thought we had already hit a climax, and we were about to start seeing a decline in the whole popularity and talk and whatever. But nope, just fucking keep on. Keep on. Here's some numbers for you. U.S. video game spending rose 3% in January, driven by $596 million from subscription services. What? Subscription services? That means like battle passes, I guess. Xbox Game Pass. This is U.S. All right. Hardware revenue reached $248, up 16% compared to January 2025. All right. So apparently this article is based upon data from a data collection group, kind of like Newzoo, called Circana. Shows console and PC content spending increase while mobile saw a slight drop. Okay. According, they say looking at the top 20, they say Call of Duty Black Ops is number one, remain in first place, and that's not true. Yeah, I don't know where these it's not Newzoo information because we have access to Newzoo, and maybe at the end of January. No, this isn't right information. Where's this information coming from? We are in February too, technically. Minecraft definitely up there. Like number one. Like number 1, 2, or 3. Grand Theft Auto. We're talking about globally, all right? Grand Theft Auto is probably number 7, 8, or 9 globally. None of this other fucking shit. None of this goddamn shit is on the global charts. It really isn't. You don't believe me? I'll show you. I'll show you fucking right now. I'll show you now, man. I have the link in my Steam profile, though. I'll show you right now, man. So this is Newzoo. This is the month ending in January. This is the top 20 games by average active users. This is a very accurate chart. CSGO. CSGO's got about 1.7 million. Not quite 2 million. And it's number 1. All right. Minecraft, Fortnite, Pedoblox, League of Legends, Sims, Dota 2, PUBG, Battlefield 6, Grand Theft Auto, Terraria. You used to be able to see the previous months, but you got to pay for that shit now. Overwatch. Yeah. This is this data does not include China. So yeah, this is, Helldivers at number 20. These are the most played games. Most people actively playing games. Roblox is always at the top. Counter-Strike, Minecraft. Yeah, some of these games never leave this list. All right. So some of this shit, I don't. Here are the top 20 selling games from the period of January 4th to 26th. Okay. Just for January. Top selling games from January. Okay, the list makes more sense. Heavily influenced by Switch sales, that list, it said. Okay, game industry. Here's an interesting article about UK comms agency Bastion opens North American arm. Apparently, they have a really good reputation of, like, they're a PR firm. UK PR and comms mainstay Bastion has opened a North American office headed by U.S. veteran Rebecca Nicodemus to serve gaming clients. Recruiting at account manager and account executive levels, managing total blah, 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 blah. Oh, Amazon. Oh, yeah. So she used to work for Amazon doing the same job, but I guess they kind of phased it out. It was kind of like a little niche job, so they're contracting it out to this firm. And so that is the reason why they have it. Their partnership with Amazon is the only reason, because maybe they already have a partnership with them in the UK for doing the same thing. So it probably just makes it easy for them. All right. The Save Games Initiative. We got more news about that from Eurogamer and Game Rant. Game preservation only works if people care. This promotional article. People got to do things, sign petitions, get active. All right. The one digital distribution platform that seemingly cares about proper video game preservation. This isn't free PR or a generous read of what it's been stating since it was born. Facts and numerous endeavors to save old games from being lost. So, CD Projekt co-founder Mikhail Kikinski acquired the entirety of the platform. What? He bought it. Oh, so since he's done that, their mission statement has become louder. People want to truly own their games, even when they're in a digital format. Okay, yeah, keep the fight going alive. And on that note, here's a list of some games that you can't play anymore, unless you maybe locally on your PC. Yeah, they're all card games. It seems to be a big trend among especially Electronic Arts owned, promoted, distributed, whatever games. The only game on here that's not a card game is Spider-Man. Okay. Discord ends partnership with controversial age verification software on the heels of the fucking controversial age verification announcement. And immediately after, Twitch says, "Hold my beer," and submits and talks about how it has a new partnership with the exact same service and entity to submit face and IDs to the same service for verification. Games Radar is the only people talking about that. Good job, Games Radar. Overwatch 2, Overwatch 3, just Overwatch. What's going on with Overwatch? Does Overwatch even know what Overwatch is? And if you've ever followed my news show in the past and you see my old VODs, you've heard me talk about Overwatch, and I got fucking nothing nice to say. Do you remember that Jeff motherfucking was a developer for Overwatch that always released like a fucking monthly whatever, and he would just like, I'm not gonna talk. I was like, he just was like talking out the goddamn side of his neck, oblivious to what the fuck the bitch is even saying. I'm like, man, how can you be so far removed from your fan base, the customer base, the player base? I used to be a huge Overwatch fan. I mean, I'll play it again here, but but they rebranded as Overwatch 2. Nobody fucking, they got hated on for that. They changed it from 6 to 5, and that's not so bad. But originally, you could just pick whatever you wanted. Then they went for 2-2-2, 2 support, 2 DPS, 2 tanks. It's kind of stupid. Just make it 3 versus 3 at that point. So yeah, they rebranded. Microsoft, aka Blizzard, has rebranded as just Overwatch. Back to being just Overwatch. Not only that, but they brought back officially 6v6, and people were playing 6v6 fucking anyways. And they dropped 5 heroes at once, apparently. One being Jetpack Cat. No, this isn't Jetpack Cat. That's a meme. Yeah. Jetpack Cat. So, hey. Yo. Where you going? Where you going? Can you come comment on Overwatch since you played it? So it's now Overwatch, not Overwatch 2? And you played it? You play with Jetpack Cat? Is it fun? Was it OP? I mean, for someone who's been playing the game since it came out, what the fuck? Pretty what? So what do you feel about the update? Yes, good, no, bad, changes, positive, negative? Cool characters. Cat. Jetpack Cat's fun. So what do you feel about the whole rebranding back to Overwatch? I mean, we already knew that the developers were far removed from their customer base and player base anyways by all the fucking shit they made and done, all the changes and updates. So yeah, is this like saying, hey, yeah, we're stupid? Or at least have respect from your people who play it towards the developers. Yeah. So yeah, it's still cool. I'm gonna play it again probably. We'll get another account. I'm losing count of how many Overwatch accounts I've fucking had at this point. Very passionate topic for me. Oh, similar topic. Valve's new Deadlock shooter nearly as popular on Steam as Over. Yeah, this is just a fluff piece for Deadlock, and I love Deadlock. And to say it's as popular as Overwatch is not on Steam isn't saying anything at all, because Overwatch is played through the Blizzard client mostly, and it's like one of the most played games globally. They got like about 600,000 active daily users or some shit. Deadlock does not. Deadlock does not. Oh, where'd my article go? Man, where'd my fucking article go, bro? Where'd my articles go? All right. not talking about Xbox anymore. I'll talk about this. Windrose. The Windrose demo that I've spent so much time on over Saturday and Sunday. Upcoming open world game passes impressive milestone on Steam from Game Rant. Windrose. Where's the number? 1 million. 1 million wish lists. There were a lot of people streaming it and playing it. Indie pirate game overtakes Pragmata with swashbuckling, Sea of Thieves meets whatever Rust. I wish we could do more on the ships. I wish we could put crafting stations and our own storage and shit on the ships. That would be dope. I enjoyed playing it. Most of the demo was focused on displaying the whole crafting and building side of it and what it has to offer. And it's pretty, as you can see, this little house thing. You built some cool looking shit, but I didn't spend too much time building stuff. I was just built the basic stuff just to get my ship up and going. So yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it. Game Rant and Game Radar talking about it. I didn't think it was an indie game. But on that note, we're going to close out the news talking about the Steam Next Fest going on right now.